G'day!
G'day, mate!
Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Amber, and today I am going to expose myself, literally, because I exposed myself. So, I'm gonna do like 2 mini story times like within this video today, because neither of the stories are like really long enough to like make into a whole video themselves, and I'm not gonna like dramatize them and make them like extra shit happen to drag it out to a 10-minute video, because I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna tell you like straight up the 2 times that I have, well actually, it's probably definitely been more than 2 times, but the most interesting 2 times when I have
publicly exposed myself.
Okay, so if you're watching this video, go get yourself a snack, make sure you're sitting on something comfy. I'm on a beanbag. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, so this first story takes place on a school camp. On this school camp, we like had to set up tents. So we're like our little pyramid tents, and I fucking love camping, which my dad has raised me that way. I absolutely love camping. I like smashed that tent up so quick. Like I was so proud of myself.
No one cares. Literally no one cares.
We had to share tents with like one other person. So I was sharing it with one of my girlfriends. So on this camp, we went to like a bunch of theme parks. Every day when we get dressed, like we made sure we put like bathers underneath our clothing, like whatever outfits we're wearing, just in case like any of the rides we went on at the theme parks had like to do with water, or if we're gonna get wet. We didn't know. This was on, I think this was around like the 3rd day of the camp. So it was about midway through, and it was very, very hot where we were staying. It was during summer, so it was hot. So it was probably like, I'm gonna say about 30 degrees. I can't really remember because this happened when I was 14. So I hopped outside of our tent. So our tent's like a teepee tent shape, and then it had windows on both sides. Our tent was like set up closest to like the barbecue area, so if we were sitting in our tent and we had like our little curtains rolled up, we could see straight to the barbecue, and like the people sitting at the barbecue benches could see us. Like it was just mesh that you could see through, and then you had like canvas flaps that went over the top of that. But I'd rolled that up because it was so hot, so we kind of got like a breeze through both sides. And so I was with my best mate, and we both hopped in because we'd just been swimming, and so we decided to like obviously get changed. So we're getting changed in the tent, and I'm gonna pretend like you're her. So I'm facing her, and I just decided to I don't know why I like didn't think about it, but I thought she would be like chill, because like, I don't know, like I don't really care about like nudity in front of friends and stuff. I thought it would be chill. So I kind of just like take my top off. I like lifted my top up, and then didn't realize that my bikini had undone, so like my boobs were out. So like I accidentally flash her, and I'm like, oh shit, sorry. So then I turn around behind me, which is directly in front of the window, and so I'm facing that way. My boobs are just out, my bikini has like rolled down my stomach, and then I look out the window directly and make eye contact. I make eye contact with one of the male teachers.
I like you. It's nice.
And I'm just like,
Familiar faces.
and we just look at each other. And I mean, when I say I made eye contact, I mean, he made eye contact with my nipples.
Nice.
It was just so awkward. And so another student just like runs over, and she's like, I've got you, darling, and quickly rolls down the tent flap, but publicly flashed a teacher and another student. And it was so freaking embarrassing. Like I was so embarrassed. And mind you, this male teacher, he was very nice to me the next following years. But yeah, that was just so embarrassing. Shout out to the student who rolled the flaps down. If she watches this video, you know who you are, and I love you. Okay, so that was just like a little story, but now I'm gonna move on to the second like story time. And this one, it's basically just all my fault. Like all of these stories are just me, like, because I'm ratchet, and if I actually just got changed not in public places, it would be completely fine, and none of these just like stories would ever happen to me. But because I'm a
Disgusting!
human, of course they do. So this took place at Federation Square. Now, if you don't know where that is, it's in the city of Melbourne, Australia, and it's basically like where all of the main shops are. So there's where the iconic Southern Cross train station, the yellow one, everyone's getting mad at because they want to paint it, whatever the fuck. And basically it's where like all the tourists go. And if you go into Federation Square, there's like a bridge down one end of it that takes you to like the arts districts. So again, I was with one of my friends and I'd bought us concert tickets to go see Amanda Palmer. And Amanda Palmer is awesome. She's a musician, she's a mother, she's a poet, she's an artist, she's Amanda fucking Palmer. She's awesome. It was my first time going to a concert like without one of my parents. I think I was 16 because obviously I lived in the country, so we were like 2.5 hours away because we went to the city for this. So I had like a little backpack with like different clothes and outfits like packed up. And for Amanda Palmer, I kind of knew her when she was with the Dresden Dolls, so she was like really grungy and cool, so I kind of dressed like really grungy, and so did my mate. I'm just gonna call her Sarah. So did Sarah. Like Sarah dressed really grungy and we were both looking cool. We went to like I think it was like the Moomba festival was on at the same time, so we went on like all these rides together. We just had like a really great time together. And then it was getting closer to the concert starting, so we went through Federation Square and we went to the arts district, and we were sitting in this park which was just directly across from the main road. So like if you were driving on the road, you could see like the entire park because it was like a park with no trees, if that makes sense. It was just like a big hill. And so, which was right next to the concert stadium, which was at the National Gallery. So if you kind of know anything about Melbourne, you'll know where that is. If you don't, it doesn't really matter for the story, but just know it is a very, very public place. If you're sitting on that grassy knoll, everyone can see you. So we were sitting up there and we start to realize that all of the people walking into the art gallery to see Amanda Palmer are dressed to the nines. Like, they are dressed to the nines. They have got gowns on, there's people with suits and ties, and I thought I was going to see Amanda Palmer. Well, my perception of Amanda Palmer was obviously not like classy ladies and gentlemen. And if you look up Amanda Palmer, you'll probably understand why. This is like no shit on her or whatever. I just thought she was kind of more grungy, and that's kind of like the audience she would have, but I
was very, very wrong.
Her audience is just very more kind of upper class, as well as lower class too, but like just very, I was just gonna say like kind of sophisticated people. Oh, me just picking out a booger, like don't even mind me. In front of the main road, next to the art gallery, next to Federation Square. And there is people sitting in the park, and I'm starting to freak out. And I'm thinking like,
poor me story in 3, 2, 1.
I get a lot of social anxiety, especially when it comes to what I wear. I really, really, really struggle to get dressed sometimes, and it really has nothing to do with anyone else. It's all just in my head, and I really struggle to get dressed, and whatever I put on, I just feel really, really ugly. And it's really hard to deal with, because when I start feeling like that, I usually just want to go home. Like sometimes it'll happen to me in a shopping center or whatever, and I'll just like cry because like some lady come up to me and ask like if I need help with another size or something, and I'll just fucking freak out. And it's really, really stupid and it's really annoying, but it's just, so we're at this park and I'm seeing all these people who are dressed so properly, and I'm there in like a band shirt and like these skanky little shorts. So Sarah couldn't get changed because she didn't bring a change of clothes, so she's like, no
Dude, it's fine. Like, just stay in what you're wearing. Like, it's seriously, it's fine. No one's getting hurt.
and I'm just like, my anxiety just like, no, like you're so ugly, you need to get changed, like you look terrible, you're all sweaty, you're gross. I'm like, no dude, I can't wear this, and she's like, well, what are you gonna do? You can't like just get changed here. And I was like,
Watch me.
so I take my little backpack off and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I am gonna get changed here. Now please explain to me why I have an issue with the clothes that I'm wearing, but then I'm also able to get naked in the park to put new clothes on. Like, can someone please like dissect what my brain was thinking when I was like, I'm embarrassed by the clothes that I'm wearing, so I'm gonna strip down naked and then put different clothes on, and that's gonna be fine, that's gonna fix it.
You're not making any sense at all.
Seriously? So I take off my shirt and I take off my pants, and people on the street were looking, but Sarah kind of like moved, so she was in front of me, so she was kind of blocking me from the street and stuff. I did it like subtle, I didn't like stand up, I was kind of just like chilling. I just kind of laid down and I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna take my pants off. And then at this park there was like the grassy knoll, and then there's like the art gallery, and there's all these steps, and there were a couple sitting up on those steps, but I didn't really like notice them until midway through this. So I've taken off my pants, Sarah's blocking me so the traffic like can't see, and I'm taking off my pants and I'm about to put new ones on, and I'm like, oh, shit, so I'll change my shirt as well. Mind you, I just had bras and undies on underneath this, like nothing else. So I'm like, it's fine. I just quickly, like I take off my Guns N' Roses shirt, and then I'm like laying down as I do this to kind of like stop people from on the road and stuff and the concrete from seeing me. So this is the most ratchet shit. Like, I don't know who the fuck does this in real life, but 16-year-old Amber does this. So I lay down in the park and I take off my shirt, and I'm just I've got pants pulled halfway up my legs, and then I look over and I see this old elderly couple just dead staring at me, and like the woman next to him was in like this black gown, like I still remember, not like a Met Gala gown, but it was still like a gown, like she's in this black gown, he's in a suit, and they're just looking at me, and she's just and he's just like looking at me like damn, and I can see them like kind of her like looking at me and then looking at him, and then he's just looking at me and I'm looking at them. I was like, oh my god. So I quickly like pull on the shirt and I quickly pull up my pants and I'm just looking at them, and then I tell Sarah, and she noticed them staring too, and she just starts fucking laughing, and she's like,
Dude, you're like so stupid. Like, why did you do that? Like, we could have just gone to a public bathroom.
and I was like, no, it's fine, like, and yeah, so, and it was not like a normal concert, it was like a fancy fucking dinner, like, I don't know, some rich shit that I just don't even belong going to. Yeah, and I later saw that couple again, and the older guy who saw me just kind of giving me a little bit of, you know, that little bit of side eye. I saw what you did there, like nobody else might have seen that, but I saw you. And I would just, I nudged Sarah, and I'm just like, dude, like it's that couple, and she's just cacking herself laughing. But she's also at the same time thinking like, you're an idiot for doing that. And I was like, I know, but I just had to get changed. I just had to get changed into something nicer, which made no sense. That is my other story of publicly exposing myself, of getting naked in public. I highly would recommend not doing that. Like, honestly, all of these story times that I tell you should just be examples of like what not to do. Like, just don't be disgusting. Don't be ratchet 16-year-old who gets undressed in Melbourne. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this story time, or well, these two story times. Let me know if you prefer like watching a longer story time or like a couple little ones. Anyway, yeah, so that is the end of this video. I love you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also chuck on that little bell notification so you actually get a notification every time I post, if you want to keep up to date with my videos. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See ya. Bye. Just kidding. Love ya.